For a link to the PDF version of these instructions, check down below in the description. The Notre Dame raised garden bed requires 16 to 56 2-foot boards depending on your level design. Check down below in the description for a full part list for each level as well as cubic soil required for each level. To connect your boards and brackets, take a bracket and slide one onto either end of your board until the snap lock hole is lined up. Once you have the hole lined up, take one of your snap lock plugs and lay it flat onto that opening. Then with the palm of your hand, apply firm pressure until you hear a click. Now flip the board around and repeat this step on the other side. If you're having trouble installing the snap lock plugs by hand, you can also use a hammer or mallet to install them. If you think that you've installed your bracket in the wrong orientation and you need to remove it and flip it around, you can do so using a flathead screwdriver. Take the flathead screwdriver and insert it into the opening on either side of the snap lock plug. Insert it and apply firm pressure into the snap lock plug and then twist up. Then flip it around again and repeat this step. Firm pressure into the nub and twist up. Now you can remove your bracket and flip it around. When connecting the boards and brackets for your design, make sure to connect the brackets on either end in alternating fashion. On this side we have a bracket sleeve that's in the down position, and on the other side have the bracket in the up position. For hard surface installation, you can use a hacksaw to cut off the part of the stake that inserts into the ground. Lay out the boards for the first level of your design flat on the ground so that you can see the footprint of where your raised garden bed is going to go. Connect the joints for the first level of your frame using stacking stakes inserted into the joints upside down. This will allow you to form your base level while still being able to make adjustments to that base level frame by sliding your boards around the ground. Take 4 2-foot boards and place them on top of your inner 4 stakes. This will allow you to adjust your base frame shape with what will eventually be the top level of your raised garden bed. And this will allow you to check the distance on that base frame to make sure that this square part will fit properly. With your crossboard still in place on the second level, flip over your perimeter stacking stakes and hammer them into the ground. Now remove the cross boards on the second level and hammer those stacking stakes into the ground as well. Depending on your design choice, the base of your raised garden bed will be either 1, 2, 3, or 4 level, and the top square portion of your raised garden bed will be either 1 or 2 levels. For each additional level on this base frame, it'll be 12 2-foot boards as well as 12 stacking stakes, and for the top level, each of those levels will be 4 2-foot boards and 4 stacking stakes. To secure those levels, you'll use stacking stakes that will insert into the top of your ground level stakes. Once you've installed the desired amount of levels for the base of your frame, you can install the top square onto the inner 4 joints. With the last level of your frame stacked, the final step is to install your finishing caps, and then you can fill it with soil and start planting. If you're having trouble with animals getting into your garden during the growing season, check down below in the description for a link to our 2-foot animal barrier and T-connector that will allow you to install that animal barrier around the perimeter of your raised garden bed. If you have any questions on this instructional video, please email us at support@frameitall.com.